Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today, as you saw in the title, we are learning the basic braids. So obviously a lot of people ask me how to do braids because I can do quite a few exotic ones, but today I'm just going to show you really easy standard ones for you guys to be able to do at home. So as you can see behind me, we've got Miss Mannequin here, who's going to be our little model today and I'll show you how to do a French braid, Dutch braid, a fishtail braid to start off with, and then go into a bit more exotic ones because those ones are so easy, and there's a few others that are a bit more easier as well, but some people have struggled with them, but those three are the main ones that people have struggled with. So I'll show you how to do the French braid first, then the Dutch, and you can see the difference because so many people ask me what the difference are and it's quite obvious, and then we'll do fishtail. Okay, perfect. Now that she's like close up and you can kind of see what I'm going to be doing, so first of all it'll be easier just for practicing to have a centre parting, and then what we're going to do is do it in two. So I'm going to do a French on one side and then do a Dutch on the other so you can see the difference. Okay, now that it's kind of set up so you can see her closer and better, we're going to make sure that there's no knots in the hair whatsoever. Okay, going to want to get a comb. It doesn't have to be, this is called a pintail comb, it doesn't have to be a pintail comb, but it's easier to use this sort of comb when doing braids. So what we're going to want to do first, a middle parting, so this is from her centre forehead to the back of her head. So you have two equal sections to start off with, because I personally find it easier than starting off with so much hair. This is like a medium amount of hair to start off with. And then you're going to want to, okay, now you want to separate and clip up the hair. Doesn't have to be too neat, but the neater the better, so that side is all out the way. And now we're going to start on this side. So obviously I like to say the French braid is like a reverse kind of braid, because the actual braid itself is sitting on the inside of the hair and you just see the outside of it, which is another difference between the Dutch and the French braid. Okay, so for you guys, start off with a medium, not too small of a section but not too big. So this, I'd say, is about, this is about 1.5 inches width from her hairline to the parting in a triangle form, if you can see that. Okay, and now you're going to want to split the hair in 3 equal sections. So 1, 2, 3. You can hold the hair however you want, but I tend to hold it like this. So one hair is in a fist, the other hair is pinched, and then the other one's in a fist. And then, because I like to use my fingers to pinch it, a bit like claws. Okay, and now you've got your 3 easy simple sections in your hair. So we're going to start off with the piece of hair that's closer to the parting here and go over the middle section, and then we're going to do the same with this piece of hair. So we're going to want to make sure it goes over the middle so they've all crossed, like so, if you can see that. There we go, you can see it a bit more better now. And then what we're going to do is same as what we did before, starting with your, this is my right side, and then what you're going to want to do is pick up a tiny bit of hair and then add that in to that section. And then what you're going to make sure you have lots of tension, so you're pulling the hair, go over the middle like so. And then we're going to take this section that is obviously closer to the hairline, pick up a small bit of hair, push over the middle, lots of tension, and then repeat.
For the people, for the land, let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand, let's go back to when trees were swung. Kids across the land, Savannah.
Okay, so now you can kind of see, getting nearer behind the ear, nearer to her nape, which is the back of your neck, where your hairline finishes. I have changed my hand position. I've changed it so I'm using only my index finger and thumb to grab the hair. Okay, perfect. Now you can see we're at the very bottom of the nape. And obviously, easy peasy, 3-strand, just like we've been doing the whole entire time, till the end of the hair. So edges go over the middle, like so. And then there, as we can see nicely when I move our lovely mannequin's head, you've got your nice standard 3-strand French braids. So I've styled it so she could have this bit going in front of her head. And that also depends on where you're pulling your tension. It depends wherever you want it going through. So it has it, so she would have it sitting on her shoulder. Or if she didn't want that, you would have to move it more across into the centre so it goes directly back. Okay, perfect. Now we are going to be doing the Dutch braid on this side. Similar, very pretty much almost the same technique here, but instead of going over the middle piece of hair, we're going to go under it. And you'll see why we're going to do that, because this is the most common braid that people want. This is how you can do cornrows and things like that. As soon as you learn how to do this one and master this one, cornrows are so easy to do. It's just having smaller sections and smaller pieces of hair. So like B4, gonna take, with these I always tend to take a smaller section at the front. Obviously for practicing purposes you don't need to do this small of a section, but I always like to do it smaller at the front, because the bigger the section, the more of a gap you're gonna have here, and I'm not a fan of having that much of a gap here, nor are a lot of people. Perfect. Now, like we have done before, same kind of holding the hair, 3 equal hair strands, and then we're going to start off with this side, so that will be left side, and we're going to go under the middle this time, and then going to take the right piece and go under the middle, so that one's now in the middle. Now with the left side, I'm going to take a little piece of hair. I'm going to go under the middle. Remember, if you need to keep repeating yourself to say under, then do that. Now pick up a small piece of hair, add that to your right side and go under the middle. Remember, for this one you're going to want a lot of tension, but don't pull too much tension on the hair because it can damage the scalp. But simple as that, just repeat, adding pieces to your left and right side and going under the middle. As you can see, the ends are getting messy and knotty. You do not want the ends to get knotty. So even if it means taking more time, just comb with your fingers every piece, because obviously if the ends get knotty, you're going to end up having a knot. But as we can see already, it's coming along nicely. A braid sitting on top of the head. As you can see, I have gone in a different angle than I have done on this side, because with this one I'm going to show you how we're going to make it go directly back, because on this side it went up around the ear so she can have it coming on her shoulders. This one we're going to do the opposite and directly back.
Lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day.
Okay, so now we are getting to the nape. Let's just twist her so you can see properly. As you can see, I've pushed her head quite far down, so that way you can get proper and the same tension all the way through, because you don't want it to be loose at all around here, because that happens a lot and that's due to tension.
But it's so insane, we must merely make a start.
So now that is all done, but as you can see, there is the odd few bumps in the hair. So to get rid of those little bumps, because I didn't use any product at all, that's why there's little bumps. Her hair is product free, so that's why there's little bumps on it, not things like that. But perfect. So if obviously the braid is very tight right now and tight to the head, if you want it to be bigger, this is where what we call teasing the braid. You can't do this on the other one, on the French, but you can do it on this one. So when you're teasing the hair, start from the bottom and work your way up. Why? Because if you start, for example, if you started from the top, there's not any like extra hair or anything, there's no loose hair or anything. Well, there shouldn't be. If there is, not too much of a problem, just sort of work on that tension. But so when you was to pull it, it'll do nothing, and it'll just pull on the scalp and make it very uncomfortable for your client, your daughter, whoever may be practicing. So start from the bottom. Because where I've pulled it very, very tight, I'm doing it from the very bottom, literally. So we'll turn her head this way for you. So literally what I'm doing, the very outer corners of the braid, just pulling it. The more you pull it, the more you get. See how that instantly got bigger? Easy. Only, this is a good tip, if you want it to look big and luxurious like this, literally only pinch the outer corners of the braid like this. If you was to pull the inside or the whole thing, you could end up with gaps through here. It can be weird and it won't go right. And if you pinch from there, that's where the most extra hair is. So if I pull her head back, you can already see a massive difference. So now I'm gonna face her completely to you, and you can see the two differences. One sits on top of the head and the other is reversed. So here, this one goes down behind to the middle of her nape, so it sits behind. This one doesn't, it follows her head shape and comes to the corner of her nape, so it can sit on her shoulders. Yes, you can wear this one on your shoulders as well if you prefer, but some people just want it constantly on their shoulders, and that is also to do with your body position and where you are. For example, what I mean by that is if you're standing on the side of the head like I was for this one, you're naturally going to pull the head towards you, which is naturally going to get this position. But if you saw with this one, I stood directly behind it, so it followed tension and made it more easier that way. But those are the two easy standard braids that you can do. Dutch and the beautiful French. Obviously there's going to be a few gaps here and there, so like what we did with the Dutch, carefully you can use the comb and just very lightly on the scalp. So now I'm going to take this all out and then show you how to do the fishtail. Okay, perfect. Both of them is out. So now you want to make sure obviously it's all out, but you want to brush your hair all back for this. Okay, now all you're going to want to do is separate into 2 pieces. Make sure you've got all of the hair, and just easy as that, easy peasy. But when you're doing it, be careful because you don't want a gap here. So you want to make sure that's still nice and covered, like so. Now, what we're going to do is from this side, going to take a piece of hair, and then what we're going to do is direct that over the top into the middle. Nice and simple. Now we're going to do the same on this side. Grab a piece of hair about the same thickness. So these sections I'm taking about half an inch, and we're going to pull it to this side. So just for the moment I'm going to do quite a bit of tension, like so. And literally that is all that you do. So you're going to pinch another piece from the outer corner into the middle, going over to the other piece, and the same with that side. So the smaller the section, the more of a fishtail you're going to get, but that means the longer it is going to take. So to start off with, take about half an inch, begin with, and then nice tension, bring it over onto the other side, overlapping every time you go. And then as you can already see, there should be a nice little fishtail scale pattern going on. So we're just going to repeat that as much as possible.
Lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day.
Okay, perfect. So now I'm going to show you closer up how it's looking. So as you should see now this nice cute little fish kind of tail, hint the name, fishtail, like so. And now obviously we can see there's a little bit of a gap here. To prevent that, I'm going to take comb, I'm going to comb it and tease it.
We'll never be alone.
And then that's easy as that. So once you learn this, you can easily start it out by higher. So if you feel like you're brave enough now that you know the basic, easy fishtail, what you can do is halfway up her head, start it, and then all you've got to do is continue what we've been doing. Perfect. So obviously they were the 3 most easiest braids you can do as a beginner braider. Obviously, if there's any questions or anything you asked during this, please comment them down below. I will be answering them obviously, so don't you worry about that, or be free to DM me on Instagram if you even thought of any questions, or if you want to see those advanced braids, or even any other look including braids. So once you literally learn those basics, you have the world is your oyster. So that is that. I hope you have enjoyed this little braids tutorial for starters. I hope you enjoyed, and don't forget to follow me on all my social medias, all down below in the description, at BeautyGirlGamer, or follow me on TikTok at BeautyGirlGamer13, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out.
Stranded